Alright, we are back in the 2150, so, and I have missed this girl. The case wasn't bad, it just wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't this. So, yeah, we're at our next job now, and I'll do kind of my walk around. Basically, we're back here at the, where I probably can't see very well, but where I did all the riprap and stuff like that. You can see they got my fence posts put in, so now I got to go in there and clean up around them, and then try to get some dump trucks in there and build the grade up in the rock and stuff. But I got to get all this ductile water main stuff out of the way here. So they're actually, one of their guys is going to come out here in this forklift and help move stuff. But I thought I'd kind of help get some of this cleaned up. So I'm going to move this pipe, and then I got to cut some of the ground out right in front of those gates because it's kind of soft, and probably put some riprap and some 3-inch stuff in there, and then we can start driving the trucks out there. But we are back for, I guess we'll call it phase 2 of the parking lot job. Ductile iron's pretty tough, so we should be able to just kind of. I just have to grab a few at a time. I'm actually just kind of sliding them off, and then we'll figure out where we're going to set them off. I got to use those 4x4s, so they got forklifts to pick everything up with. But yeah, we're back to, like I said, I got to get my grade built up. It's kind of a weird deal, I guess, was trying to figure out where to put this stuff at. When I built that, I was dealing with one guy, and they had to have that area drain off water because they didn't think they were going to do anything inside here real soon. I want to set this stuff here. That's why we're doing it. We're out of room, but yeah, they didn't know if they were going to do anything inside here for like a year or so. So I had to have that area drain off where it wouldn't just force the water to come in here. But now I got a new guy that I'm dealing with, and they decided they want to move forward with the inside. So like all that stuff's going to go. I got to cut the grade down, and everything has to flow kind of to the northwest, we'll call it. So I need to set this stuff back like they had it. So anyway, now I have to kind of build that grade up in order to help it all shed water this way, because I can't. I'm going to cut a little bit of this down in here on this end where it's kind of high, but not the whole way. So I'm going to kind of use that out there, what I did, and yeah, we're going to kind of raise that grade up, and then I can cut and skim off a little bit. Then I got to re-rock half the parking lot inside here. Alright, well, he's here. I guess we'll jump out and figure out where we're going to go with all this stuff, and then we'll just pick it up from there. Alright, got the pipe moved, got the gates open. Now, I'm going to come in here. I think it was all soft. You have a little bit of clay there. Kind of mushy. So I'm going to cut all this softer stuff out, because this was right there at the edge what I rolled all that other junk in over the winter time. And then it filled up with water, so it's going to go. We're going to get some riprap and some 3-inch in here, and it should. I'm not going to. I got fabric. I got like 4 rolls of fabric just in case, but I'm thinking now, with it being as dry as it is, we should be able to kind of get this stuff in. It's solid right there. Seems like that's kind of where I backfilled with the clay, but we should be able to just dump rock on here and not have it run soft when I did it before. The problem is I don't want to dig. I'm going to dig somewhere else that post, but I need to dig it out when I get it all done. It's just going to be driveway area, but right now I've got to kind of leave it, and I may have to cut a swath out right where the fence was at, I guess. I'm trying to get all this soft junk out of here so we can make all the trips in here with the trucks. That's going to eat up a little bit of rock right here because it's about 5 feet deep, it looks like, with just kind of organic, soft material. The good news is I got to haul this off, so I can just kind of pile it up here for now, and we can lose my water, haul it out at a later date. Should be heading this way right about 30 minutes, so I'll kind of dig this out so far, then I'm just going to back up with the riprap. We'll dump it in here and track it down, and then just start bringing 3-inch in. The problem is I don't have a roller over here. It's still over in Kansas, so I think with the riprap and the 3-inch I can use this, and with the trucks going in there I'm gonna roll the whole thing when we're down to it, but for today, I'm trying to just get it where, I mean, I could probably wait on this part of it and just get the base rock in there, but I think it's supposed to get a chance of rain tomorrow, and this is just gonna be a really soft, nasty mess, so my thoughts were, go ahead and get this section dug out to where we don't have to worry about backing trucks in and out of here, even if it's wet. It'll hold up, and it's got to be done at some point. So once we get this in, I can just cut the trucks loose, and I'm going to get about 20 loads of rock and just dump out there. I can be working on spreading it out, and then I don't have to worry about trying to get in and out. So it sounds good in my mind anyway. We get on work or do something. So basically we're going to kind of cut out like a swath or a truck width right now down to something solid and fill it up with rock, and yeah, then we'll work on the outside, and then once they get the fence up I can come back and tear this old fence down, and then we'll just kind of work our way in on the parking lot, get all that kind of done. That is today's game plan. Well, now I got a great big hole down there. I was trying to just kind of see, because I knew it was really soft by the fence on the outside, so I was kind of doing the same thing here on the inside. Had to go down about 10.5 feet. Finally hit something solid, and then I got all this groundwater junk coming in here, so now I got me some riprap showing up. We're going to dump about, I don't know, 5 or 6 loads of riprap in there. But you can see over here you start getting into a little bit of clay, but there's a lot more organic stuff over here. So I think this whole site was like filled in, or a ravine or something, like just eons ago. So but where the machine's sitting now, it starts to get some stair stepping up pretty quick, so, and getting pretty solid. So I'm just kind of making me a little ramp. When the trucks get here, we can just kind of back them up to it, fill the riprap in there, and go. I could try to go get more clay, but with the amount of groundwater coming in, it's just going to soak it up. And my roller's in Kansas, so by the time I go get that, try to line up clay and everything else, we'll probably be money ahead just to throw riprap in here, and then we'll just start covering it all on a 3-inch rock. So yeah, a little more than I had planned on this morning. starting day 2. I didn't do my walk around last night, but this is the big hole we had. It got 5 loads of riprap and 6 loads of 3-inch, and this stuff is set up like concrete now. Well, the problem is when they drive off the edge of it, out here what I did, it's a little soft. So I think that water, that underground water, is like just saturated the clay. I think that was just holding water, like it just wasn't draining the way it should, or not real fast. So may have to dig a little more of this up, like at least along the fence. You can kind of tell where water's kind of set out here. But yeah, by the end of the day, they had me 21 loads of rocks. I had like 7 trucks at one time. So now we're kind of coming back out here and raising this grade up. I think I brought it up 10 inches in that corner and almost a foot through here. And then that way, when all that junk's gone and that fence is gone, this grade will just kind of flow with everything else. Some of that inside there I'm gonna have to fill in, some I'll have to cut down and then kind of reshape. But ideally, basically the whole new section of fence, even all the way through that area, should all drain to the north, because all that stuff's gonna get taken out and moved and stuff like that. So still got a lot of rock to put in here to slope that way, but that's what we're working on now. And hopefully we got a lot of rain coming in tonight, so hopefully they can get the rest of the rock. I'm gonna at least rock up like, I don't know, 15 feet from that fence for now. And really the biggest reason is that way the fence guys can come back. I raked around these last night and we can get our 6-foot fence right where we want it, and then have the rock already up to the bottom of it, instead of trying to have them put the fence in and then rock underneath there and around it. I figured it was just easier for me to get around the posts. So if nothing else, if I can just get along these posts and get the fence guys back over here, then I can concentrate on taking this fence down and then really cleaning this place up then. So, but as you notice, my new trend is like I don't ever do my end of the day walk around, because right now I'm working till like almost dark every day. So which is good. It's just go, go, go. But we'll jump on the loader and I'll push this out. I only got a couple trucks this morning because they're running ragged with rain rolling in. So we'll just kind of work with them, and I'll knock this down, and then I'll have to rake around those posts over there and work our way towards the inside. So let's get to it. I've built this whole thing up probably a good foot. It's still really soft when we get over here, so I'm thinking I'm gonna have to come out like 10 feet when we take this fence out and just dig all this up and then just rip wrap it, 3-inch it, and then put the 1-inch on top of it. But I'm gonna pick me up a roller. I think if you can look way down there, you can see that's where Sunbelt's at. So I'm just gonna drive a 54-inch smooth drum roller down here tomorrow and just roll this really good. I think they said the wire was supposed to show up sometime today, so they'll be back in the morning to stretch it. But the fence is going to go together really nice. It's just going to tie right into the existing stuff and have a really good grade to it. So I'm really happy with how that came out. And then I was kind of able to put the rock on this side, and since I built this up a foot, it looks like the riprap starts further back, but that'll give us a nice little working area here. They can just come down here and spray and stuff. So yeah, it's coming together better than I thought it was going to. So I need to get my laser set up tomorrow, and I still kind of got a little bit of a high spot, then it kind of dips down, but I just want a nice uniform slope kind of this way and over towards that corner. So yeah, I think it's going to come out quite nice. So we're going to fuel the loader up, and we'll just catch you guys in the morning.